Okay, we're almost at the end of the year for 2019. I just wanted to announce and a reminder for first home buyers, you've probably been saving hard during this year, trying to scrounge up enough for a deposit for your first home. You recall during the election, one of the key points that was announced by the Australian government was the introduction or the announcement of their first home buyer incentive scheme. So what is that? Basically, in a nutshell, you need at a minimum of 5% deposit if you're a single person and you've got an income at $125,000 or less, or a combined income if you're a couple up to $200,000, and you've saved a minimum of 5%. Probably the other thing as part of that with the scheme, and this is the beauty of it, is that you won't actually have to pay mortgage insurance. So it's a huge saving, keeping in mind as well that if you buy a property up to the value of $600,000, you don't have to pay any stamp duty as well. Now here's the key point. As part of this incentive scheme, the Australian government are only giving it out to 10,000 first home buyers. Now to put it in perspective, last year across the country nationally, there was about 110,000 first home buyers. So if you think there's only 10,000 and this gets released from the 1st of January, you've got what I would say is a small window of opportunity to actually be able to take advantage of this scheme and get into the property market. So if you can get your financials and everything sorted, so come January, if you see the right home, it just could be your opportunity to get into the property market. And if you think about it, if you were buying a property, let's say up to the value of $600,000, a normal 10% deposit would be $60,000 naturally. If you've only got $30,000 saved and the government's going to pay your mortgage insurance, you can borrow the 95% and you don't have to pay stamp duty. It really is a feasible way to be able to get into the property market without having to save that full deposit. Before we got underway, Luke, my cameraman that's just filming, just asked me a question. I think it's a good question. Well, how do you go about that? What's the steps? Simply speak to your mortgage broker. My understanding is that when you buy a property as part of this scheme, you will buy or make your offer subject to you getting finance. And of course, it's the mortgage broker that will apply to get the finance approved, but the government will release this scheme through to the actual mortgage broker or bank that you're going through. So in other words, you won't get your finance approved without the government approving the scheme for you. So that's how you're able to go about it. But any questions, pop into any of our 4 offices. The market the last couple of months has been absolutely incredible for property sellers out there. All I can say is values probably the last 6 to 8 weeks have increased approximately 10%. In a dollar perspective, you're probably looking at around $60,000 to $80,000 that values have increased probably since around September, October. So it's been absolutely incredible. And finally, we film this a couple of days out till Christmas, so far our organisation has sold just over 50 properties, about 95 offers so far that we've done. So absolutely incredible numbers. If you are looking at selling, now is a great time to get prepared, ready for your launch of the market into the new year. We do find probably about the end of January, certainly the start of February, that there is a big influx of property that will hit and come onto the market. But if you can get yourself sorted, get your photos done, get your ad copy written, your photo board proofed, your brochures all prepared, there could be an opportunity there where you might be able to come out to the market live, perhaps in mid-January, and beat the rush and still capitalise on these amazing prices that are coming through. That's my final tips for the year. Thanks for watching. 2019, it's certainly been an interesting year. The market was probably pretty slow and it was a pretty tired market at the start of the year. Without a doubt, it's definitely picked up as the year has progressed. Of course, if you need any advice, contact any of our team at our 4 offices at Mooroolbark, Croydon, Lilydale and Mount Evelyn. And that's it from me, Greg Earney, signing off for 2019. Have a wonderful Christmas and we look forward to being available to help you in 2020. Thanks for watching.